cocoa.
Later. Hey guys, I hope everyone's doing good today.
Hey.
We're going to do a continuation of our last video. And we're going to talk about some things that will make your life a little bit easier in case that dark side of nomadic life hits you.
Or to help keep it from hitting.
Yeah, or help it keep you from hitting. So we'll start with emergency supplies. A lot of you think, well, a lot of you may understand the normal things like jumper cables, things like that. But have you ever thought?
Tire plugs.
Yeah, no. You have a tire plug is a necessity. The tire plug kit is a necessity, and an air compressor is a necessity. And you need to know how to plug the tire, because that's the difference in a national forest or out on BLM land where nobody's around, as you being stuck, or you wanting, or you're able to leave within an hour after you have the problem. You can plug the tire in 30 minutes to an hour, depending on how much you've done it. It's real easy and simple. And if you don't know how to do it, you need somebody to instruct you or show you or watch videos on it, because that is the number one thing you need to be able to do in our opinion. And I would also say extra oil, antifreeze,
belts and hoses.
Belts and hoses for your vehicle that fit your vehicle, if you have a place to put them and can carry them. And duct tape, high dollar duct tape, not that cheap duct tape. The high dollar duct tape will tape your radiator hose up a little bit better.
Until you can get one if you don't have one.
But if you have room and can make room, an extra up and down, a regular top radiator hose, an extra top radiator hose, an extra bottom radiator hose, and some heater hose line that you can cut and make fit. Okay? And then the tools, of course, to change them. Because the difference in getting stuck and being able to fix it yourself and getting out is one of the most important things. And then there's travel supplies. Travel supplies is anything that helps you in case, it helps you get to the destination. It helps you with, and when I say travel supplies, I mean things that you would normally not think of. You need to have a map and
know how to read it.
Know how to read it. The GPS is not always, you're not always going to have internet. You need to know where you're at all times. If you're traveling down the interstate and you have a breakdown and you call the guy and he says, "Where you at?" "Well, I'm on I-40. Where at?"
From one coast to another.
And then he says, "Where at?" "On I-40. Okay, and you're calling in Illinois. You don't know where you're.
I-40 ain't in Illinois.
Well, yeah, okay. You're in Texas on I-40, and you break down, and they ask where you're at. Well, they know you're in Texas on I-40. You pay attention to your mile marker numbers that's along the road, and you can say, "I'm between mile marker 98 and 99. They know exactly where you are at. Now, I personally use the maps, the GPS, and a cell phone. I use all three. Why? Because the GPS can take you to the wrong place. The cell phone may take you to the wrong place. The map will give you the general idea of where you're going. And if you're looking up places to camp, like free campsites and stuff, and it's in this town, you can actually look at the map and see different roads and things, and the towns you need to go through before that. The GPS you can look at it, but once it's going, it's not going to give you an indication of these different towns. And it might give you some, the map also gives you ideas of the like national landmarks, things like that, and on your journey that day that you might want to stop off and see on the way. Kelly can read the map. She knows, you know, it's a good thing to know. And I'm sure most of you know these things. We're just going over them. I mean, if you're out camping somewhere, and it's good to know where you're at, especially if you have to make the decision because something happens that your vehicle's broke down or something. You can always look at the map and see if it's closer to go through the woods to get to the town you need to, or walk out the road, or it gives you a better general idea of how to solve your situation.
And you always want to make sure you've got plenty of food with you and know how much you're going to need, and then try to have a little bit more because you never know, just in case.
Yeah.
Same with water.
Kelly really likes to have the extra food. We have so much pasta.
Things that are expired up there.
Yeah. But it's a good thing. And you'll find your biggest problem out here will be water. You can't take enough.
Yeah, water's a tough one to keep enough of. And
you need to find out how many days your normal, what you carry out, will take.
Yeah, know how long your water is going to last you.
And you might even want to consider different like water filtration systems or water purification systems that you can take, so you can purify water from the streams and stuff if you want to, because that's a good idea too.
It's always good to keep a first aid kit around too.
Yeah.
Something that's got like your Band-Aids, but like antibiotic ointment and alcohol wipes and stuff like that.
And we carry, things like Feminine hygiene products.
Cinnamon.
Feminine hygiene products.
Feminine.
Yes. Because cinnamon. They make the best they make the best padding and bandages for extreme wounds. Like if you would cut yourself seriously, it's sterile. For the other, it absorbs blood. It just makes a great and wonderful bandage.
And it makes you look kind of funky though.
Now, the next thing is, a lot of you will say, well, I'll be traveling with friends. I don't necessarily think I need to have all this stuff. Well, that's true too. You can go out here and you make friends and you caravan together, but it's been my experience that you leave these friends, or they leave you, and then you make new friends.
Well, it's fine though.
And there's nothing wrong with traveling with other people.
Or alone, however you want to do it.
But until it happens, because this is personal experience again, until it happens, you don't know how those friends are going to respond to your need. We broke down, and we was traveling with a friend, and that friend did not help. Wouldn't help in no way at all. Even taking us into town, that friend wouldn't do it. So, just keep that in mind. So these supplies that we're talking about are needed, period, in our opinion. Now, and if you travel alone, they're definitely needed. And there's a difference between traveling in a caravan and alone. A caravan, you have somebody to talk to. You have somebody to lean on. You can share your food. You can share, in most cases, caravanning is good. But there is times that you're going to be alone because it's just not going, everybody's plans are different. And the downsides of caravanning together is all of you move whenever the last one that can move. In other words, if somebody, or you leave them, and there you are. If you're the one being left, you're alone. Example is, let's say one person lives on Social Security and their check don't come on and they can't leave until the 3rd of the month. Everybody else in the caravan wants to go. They've been there 10 days and they want to go.
But you have 4 more days before you can go because you.
Yes, then you decide whether you're staying or not. Now most people decide, but see, it's all in a group thing. It's all about the whole group, not about you. Okay, and when you're alone, well, you can go do whatever you want. You can make your own decisions. You can do whatever you want. You can go wherever you want. You can do whatever you want to do.
I like both ways, though. I like traveling with people
Yes, I do
sometimes,
too.
and then sometimes I just want to travel alone.
But when you're alone and you get in trouble, it's you. And in my opinion, Kelly may have a different opinion about this. When you're in a caravan, when you get in trouble, it's you. Even if they help you, it's you. It's your problem, not theirs. It's your problem. You agree with that?
Yeah.
Even if they're willing to help.
I want a cup of cocoa before it gets dark.
I don't know. I think we'll just end this video here, and we'll see.
Why? For my cocoa?
Yeah, we'll do it for your cocoa. And just more perspective, of how this life is. And I hope some of our little suggestions may help you make your decisions. And we love you guys, and we'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Hit the subscribe button and the bell notification if you like our videos. And as always, thanks for watching.